Hey everyone, finish watching the next episode of Power Rangers Samurai Team Spirit. The Rangers are preparing a surprise party for Emily. In the Netherworld, a new Nylok appears, Splitface. Antonio passes by Decker on his way home from fishing. He thinks he's a fellow fisherman. When Decker says he isn't, Antonio offers to cook for him. Decker walks away. Antonio is called to help battle Splitface. Splitface reveals his ability to steal people's spirits. He takes Emily's and retreats. That night, Antonio tries to bring the Clawzord to life. The next morning, Emily wakes up long enough to apologize for getting caught. She falls back asleep and Mike flies into a rage. He runs to the gap the Nylok escaped through and slashes at it. Decker appears and tells the Rangers the only way to enter the Netherworld is to give up your humanity. Jaden asks if that's what he did. Decker responds he can't remember, but he's proof it's possible. Mike considers doing it, and the others try to talk him out of it. When it's clear he's determined, they decide they'll all go. Suddenly, Antonio runs up. He tells them he might have a way to draw the Nylok back out. With their combined symbol power, they revive the Clawzord to full strength. In the earlier battle, Antonio left a mark on Splitface that works like a magnet to the Clawzord. The Rangers destroy him, but he comes back giant. Without Emily, they can't summon the Megazord. Antonio pilots the Clawzord, transforming it into the Claw Battlezord. Jaden, Mike, and Kevin summon their Zords, and then the Samurai Battle Wing. I didn't realize they could only summon the Battle Wing from their Zords. Why couldn't they just summon the Battle Wing on its own? Antonio defeats Splitface, returning all the spirits he stole. Later that night, the Rangers throw Emily's surprise party, and Emily gets a letter from her sister. They bring out a cake. It reads, "Happy birthday to Emily and Clawzord." This one's fine. This is another one where Bulk and Spike don't appear. I like the scene with Antonio and Decker. It's a good representation of their characters. Antonio is friendly, Decker is standoffish and distant. The victims of the Nylok are seen in a hospital, and I wonder if it was a set from Shortland Street, a New Zealand soap opera many Disney and Neo Saban cast and crew have been involved with. Mike displays powerful emotion in the scene where he's rushing to the gap. It's almost jarring with how subdued everyone usually is. In Shinkenger, this is a little more fitting. The Green and Yellow Rangers have a closer relationship. Mike and Emily haven't really been shown to be that close at all. Decker almost seems like he may become an ally at some point. He has an uncontrollable obsession with the Red Ranger, but he still tries to help the best he can. Splitface has a unique design and some cool powers. He was voiced by Simon McKinney, who did some other monster voices throughout the Neo Saban seasons. Previously, he voiced Dinobot in RPM. He was also in The Moe Show, a kids' Muppet-style show, which also starred Sarah Thompson, who played Fran in Jungle Fury. The Clawzord makes its proper debut. It's fine. The face-switching thing is a fun gimmick for the toy, probably, but in the show, it's pretty awkward. Everything grinds to a halt so Antonio can announce what Clawzord is doing. Also awkward is Jaden, Mike, and Kevin having to summon their primary Zords in order to summon their secondary Zords. Decent episode. Nothing amazing, but solid. The Shinkenger counterpart isn't that different. The music is better, there's a couple more character moments, and the Battle Wing doesn't get as big a focus. The ending also leads into the crossover with Kamen Rider Decade, which I'm disappointed didn't get an adaptation. I'd love to see how Decade would get adapted. Surely they wouldn't just make him a boring white dude space cop, right? Personally, since Saban wanted Mighty Morphin nostalgia, I think Decade should have been adapted as an Edenite alien, maybe a relation of Dex's, since he is technically a Mighty Morphin character. Maybe he could be that future son Lexian told Dex about in the invasion of Leewood. There's a couple more skipped episodes after this one. First, the Decade crossover, obviously. This may not have been fully available, though, since it's placed in Kamen Rider Decade's show. Tsukasa Kadoya, the titular Kamen Rider Decade, along with a few other characters, make cameos in the first of the new batch of skipped episodes. The plot is all about Chiaki, the Green Ranger, bumping into his father, while a new monster puts red eggs on people's heads that turn them evil. Cut out the Decade cameos, and this could have been an acceptable plot for Samurai. Kinda basic, though, heavy on human versus human fights, probably why it got skipped. The next episode is about the Gold Ranger being invited to a rich guy's party. The monster of the episode hides in the rich guy's body, so the Rangers have to pose as staff to keep an eye on him. There's a lot of Japanese cultural stuff that definitely wouldn't translate over here, and not much action. I don't even like this Shinkenger episode. I can't imagine the train wreck Samurai would have gotten out of this. Maybe the premise could work, but this isn't one they could do a direct translation of. Samurai delivers a standard episode this time around. It's fine, but nothing stand out. That's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.